Hello guy, we are you in time and thank you like we were so watched figuring out this Apache pressure attachments multiple options which we've going to be showing in this video. You have attempted water. You have tried cleanser. You have taken a stab at scouring and cleaning. You have attempted dreadful synthetic concoctions that do not do which they are stating. So what to do while it would not tell the truth? Revealing the pressure washers. The number of individuals currently daily use super hoses, also called as control washers, to make things clean by water plane pressurized around 100,200 of times of pressure of air in surrounding, that is 15,003,000 pounds for each inch to or side. They are splendid on porches, grass furniture, drives, grill flame broils, and wide ranges of outside grime. There is a decent motivation behind the reason of how water makes things so spotless. Its atoms have little electrical extremity, at one of the end is emphatically charged and also the other is contrarily charged, so in general hold to pieces of stuff without anyone else's inputs. Cleanser synthetic substances, helps water to follow its responsibility far best by separating oil and gunge and also making it unaffected by water for flushing it away. Be that as it may, a few kinds of soil would not dislocate, regardless of hardness to attempt. This is the time at which pressure washers comes in most helpful. It uses a restricted, high-pressure fly of cold or hot water impact soil-free. As the water will be moving quickly, it forces on the filthy surface with more motor-thumping soil, vitality, and residue-like consistent downpouring of minor sledge blows. It is water. However, it does not harm the hard surfaces. After saying that, it is the best thought to test pressure washer on an unnoticeable region before one start work to make sure it does not harm the surface you are cleaning. Continuously read the directions before you utilize a washer. Apache is outstanding for their quality elastic hose and frill for businesses going from welding and nourishment administration to high pressure and petroleum. They likewise produce belting for nourishment taking care of, grain taking care of, and that is only the tip of the iceberg. Their adornments for pressure washers incorporate spouts, string connectors, association connectors, hose reels, cleanser/synthetics, siphons, channels, wands and splash weapons. The shower firearm we prescribe, as presented above, operates with pressure washers nearly 4,000 psi and also 7 GPM and also is for chilled water machine just. It accompanies the shower firearm, a 19 inches wand, 5 spouts and even 2 hose connector associations with ensuring that out of its bundling, you can attach it and use it straight away. Pressure washer's gun is built with minor contrasts, but these all work around the trigger and active ball valve. The principal part of the splash guns is the trigger and valve communication. At the point when the trigger has bolted, the ball inside the pipe is sitting set up hindering the water from experiencing. In the end, when you pull the trigger, it pivots around the hub and pushes down on the controlling pin. One is pushing the ball against the spring and off the beaten path so the water can move through the valve to the spout. At the point when you discharge the trigger, the spring drives ball back to its seat, obstructing the progression of water once more. Notwithstanding the valve also trigger communication, there is the collaboration among the trigger gun's ball valve and also unloader valves at the siphon. At the point when pressure washers are on yet one has not pulled trigger, the unloader valves occupy water from siphon outlet back to siphon bay so the weight doesn't construct excessively high. It knows to do this by detecting an expansion in pressure or an adjustment in stream. At the point when you dismantle the trigger for pressure washing, the unloader faculties the weight or stream change, contingent upon sort of unloader, also quits occupying course through siphon. Get gun that is compatible with the pressure washer you are having. For buyer electric washer, make certain to check brand, also models, number of your washer, and also check if trigger weapon is good with it. In specific models, a connector might be required or an all-inclusive substitution firearm is increasingly suitable. Be confirmed to get a spray gun which you can clearly utilize along with hot water, especially if you have a hot water pressure washer. Electric pressure washer don't have a similar quality as gas pressure washers. You can pick plastic wands which are anything but difficult to associate. There are blade-style wands that can without much of a stretch wind and lock into the trigger guns. Flexibility. Adaptable wands permit simple cleaning vehicles. These let you keep up an ideal flow of water when arriving at zones at unpredictable or odd edges. Longer life. The force control washer gun's valve keeps going up to multiple times longer compared to trigger gun with traditional valves on power wash, as it includes a clay ball also fixing seat that opposes harm from particles that could damage valve. Security features. The implicit mechanical well-being highlights avert incidental beginnings and make a general more secure understanding without affecting the convenience. Force control washer weapon. Conclusion. Pressure washers, wands and guns certainly make cleaning assignments simpler with significantly less exertion and more effectiveness. They empower you to pick the correct splash settings, just as arrive at regions that you typically couldn't manage without a stepping stool. They likewise furnish you with the proper splash settings that you require for your washing employments on, for all intents and purposes, any surface.